Hello everyone, welcome back to Monster Hunter World. Today we're going to be, well, not doing anything really that important. I really just felt like playing Hunting Horn, and as a result of that I ended up helping somebody in high rank, because people always need help killing Xenoheva. It just always pops up, and I mean I get why. My first time fighting that thing was terrible. So I figure if I can help someone with a hunting horn, hey, you know what, that's fun for me. And I don't think I've ever showed off the Iceborne new note system and the way that it works and the different songs that are in it, so it's a flimsy excuse, sir. But I just wanted to play some hunting horn, so here we are. Yeah. Besides, how often do you get to see someone play hunting horn on YouTube? Probably not all that often, so if anyone actually gives a damn, here you are. Depending on how bad the player is, if you notice their health's tanking, you probably don't want to do this, but since I saw this guy's health wasn't really moving, this is a good idea to do. For this particular hunting horn, I'd recommend getting your knockdown and knockback resist already queued up. You don't want to just start and do the whole performance right then, because that's more time it's going to take for you to actually, you know, get in the fight. But it's nice to have it lined up so that you can get right to the songs and get that shit up so the guy can get the buffs. It's just nice, because I don't run brace on this particular build, so it's needed. But considering I don't want to get, you know, knocked back and interrupted mid-swing, and it's just a nasty thing, and you don't really want to do with it, or have to do with it. So why not just get that shit done now? That was a little bit whoopsie, but hey, at least I didn't get hit by that. That was greedy on my part, that's what that was. And some people always ask, well, how do you actually know what song to do next? I don't know, you just kinda get a sense for it, on what you should be doing when. I mean, once you play Hunting Horn enough, you kinda figure out exactly what you should be using and when. It's kind of hard to actually tell you. And, yeah. Don't really know what to say other than that. Oh, I missed that. I forgot. Oh, this could be bad. One thing I can recommend, though, is to use Evade Extender. If you use Evade Extender, shit is so much easier. I mean, it just is, okay? It just is. Because you don't have... I mean, you do have a decent amount. That was meant to be a backswing, by the way, not that. It is a lot easier to move because you do have high mobility on a hunting horn just with self-improvement, but it's always it's faster just to jump or dive or whatever you want to call that than it is to do anything else. And mobility is nice because you don't have a block. You have to, or you can basically sheath and try and Superman dive, which I'll tell you is extremely slow on a hunting horn. Or you can try and just get the fuck out of the way, which is the more intelligent option, I'm just going to tell you. So that's probably what you should be aiming for. Now, if you have Evade Extender 3, you can also just do this 3 times and be in perfect position to hit the headshot, which is obviously optimal. And it's really nice. Nobody else has this luxury, by the way, unless you know what you're doing on this fight, so it is really nice. Why settle for, you know, hand shots when you can get the headshots, right? I was trying to be fancy, flub both of those hits. I'm not proud of that, but it is what it is, alright? I've done this fight, well, that's one way of doing it, but that is the new note, if you hadn't gathered. It's not particularly effective when you don't actually, you know, hit anything with it, though. But if you use the, oh hell, what's it called? The KO one, the impact, it does a lot of KO damage. Like, a lot of KO damage. I don't know how much, I don't have numbers on me, but I have noticed you can knock things out repeatedly with that thing if you land it enough times. I don't want to say it's as effective as a hammer, because I don't honestly use hammer all that much, so I have no real frame of reference, but I don't use, of course I also don't use, what's it called? Slugger. I don't use Slugger on this, so I'm not really trying to just knock stuff out repeatedly. If I was wanting to do that, I would have went with, obviously Slugger. I think you can go up to, what, 5 Slugger now? I don't remember exactly, but I don't mess with that stuff yet, because I'm still getting into Master Rank myself. I do love Hunting Horn, though. It's probably my second favorite weapon in the entire game. I don't know why more people don't play it. Well, that was just bad positioning all around, but... yeah. Don't worry, at least I got good positioning for this one. And if you do it right, you can actually land a full combo here, but I don't think I did it right. No, I didn't do it right. Almost did, though. To be fair, I think I should have hit part of that, but I didn't. Now, I've run into some Hunting Horn users that just don't hit the head, and I perfectly understand why. It's hard to hit the head without getting yourself hit. Not just in Xenoheave, I'm talking any fight. But it's so worth it, because that's where a lot of your damage comes in, is hitting it in the head. Hunting Horn almost always does more damage when you hit things in the head. That was a bad one, and that one was my fault. I screwed up bigly. To be fair, that was the one move. If he had not done that, I would have been okay. But he did. Also, don't be afraid to aim the wrong way with your uppercut. It works. You just got to get your positioning right. I mean, it's not always easy. I made it look easy there, but it's not particularly easy to do that unless you know what you're doing. Because things can and will just run a lot. This is a slow weapon. Don't get it twisted. This is a very slow weapon. So don't go thinking you're going to land a lot of stuff when you start, because God knows I sure didn't. It's not as slow as the hunting. It's not as slow as the greatsword, or even sometimes the greatsword, but it's still slower than the majority of the weapons in the game, so you should be aware of that. Haha, that was pretty awesome. Only problem is I didn't have any songs banked up, so I kind of had to make do with a crappy one. But hey, at least I got a decent combo off, not a great one, but don't do that. Don't do that if you're a fucking Charge Blade user. Especially not on the head. See, they always aim for my ass. They always do. It's like, dude, you got a Hunting Horn user on the head. Pick the fucking arm. I don't care. Pick something else. Pick the fucking underside, just not the head. I got the head covered, bro. Don't worry. They always do, though. They always do. Also, this is a really nice opening if you know what you're doing here. Just dive at the right time. You're Gucci. You're set up with a good combo right here. You just gotta time it just right. I've seen no other hunt. Of course, that was not a particularly good one, but that was how, if you want to aim the whatever you call it, that's how you do it. But ideally, you would have the full combo, not a crappy combo like that, because, well, you would have gotten more damage in. But don't worry, I think this is the end of the fight anyway. Oh, it's so much fun when you get a full combo off and you hit the head at every single one. It's almost as satisfying as a true charge, but it's not. Almost. Like 85% is as satisfying, in my opinion. That's why, actually, technically, by a number standpoint, I am a Hunting Horn main, but I don't consider myself a Hunting Horn main. I've done more hunts with a Hunting Horn than I have with the Greatsword, but I still consider myself a Greatsword main. Just because I love going into randoms with the Hunting Horn, because, like, nobody does it. I love being that one person's like, wow, someone's actually a team player here. Yeah, I try. So, that's all I got for today, everyone. I know it's a short video that has no real substance whatsoever, but I really enjoy the Hunting Horn. I wanted to play it, and yeah. Did it really give me anything? Not really, but I don't care. But I will see you all next week with something of more substance, either more optionals that's not Xenoheave, and more Master Rank hunts next week. So I didn't realize how that sounded, and I will see you all next time. Later.